Good morning, everyone. Hope all are doing great. So, still we have less amount of people. Please inform to your friends to join. Okay, we'll start the session within 2 minutes. Okay. Yeah, Surya Namana, you can take it up the class. Okay.
Okay, sure. Thanks
Yeah.
for the
Thank
confirmation,
you.
Chandana. Good morning, everyone. Am I audible and visible? Is everything clear? Can you confirm me through chat box? Okay, great. Yeah. In yesterday we learned about nested loops and we discussed about few basic programs. So in this today's session, we are going to do much coding on patterns. So I'll share my screen. Is it visible, everyone? Is my screen visible to you? Okay, fine. So in today's session, we are discussing more on, we'll do the coding because yesterday we discussed about nested loops and we did the basic programs. So any doubts in yesterday's session? What are what are nested loops and types of loops and basic programs? Any doubts or can we proceed? No doubts? Okay, great. So in today's session, we are going to do the program completely on pattern printing only. So before that, yeah, I'm sharing the screen. So do you like in our childhood, like in schooling, I didn't got link for yesterday class, ma'am. Chandana Vanita was saying she didn't got the link for yesterday class. Can you get back to her? Chandana will take care of that, Vanita. Yeah, like in our childhood, in schooling, and in intermediate, and in BTech also, in M1, M2, we learned about matrices, right? Matrices, sorry. Yeah. Let's take the number of rows as four or else three. I'll take three. Uh, is it clear now, Uma Devi? Is my voice clear, everyone? Is it breaking? Okay, great. I think Uma, you are facing issue. So just check with any other network and rejoin the call. So let's take number of rows as three and columns as three. So how my matrix looks like? Matrix is nothing but grid-like structure, right? So I It's nothing but grid-like structure. So we have three rows, 1, 2, and 3. So, and columns, 3, 1, 2, and 3. It's nothing but grid-like structure. It's a square matrix. So, this is zeroth row, this is first row, and this is second row. Similar to that, sorry. Yeah, this is zeroth column, this is first column, and this is second column. We call these as rows and we call these as columns, right? So, can you tell me this is the zeroth row and this is the zeroth column. What will be my position here? It is nothing but 0, 0, right? And what is the position here? Zeroth row, first column. And this is one zeroth row, second column. Similar to that, this is first row, zeroth column position. First row, first column. First row, second column. Similar to that for second row, zeroth column, second row, first column, second row, second column, right? This is a matrix. We call it as matrix. So, whatever the programs or what we are going to learn in today's session, it's completely on this matrix related pattern only. So, is it clear? This pattern we are learning this from childhood itself, the matrix and how the position and what are rows and columns, right? So, if I want to like print 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, not in grid format, maybe like this 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, and then 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 0, 2, 1, and 2, 2. If I want to print like this, we'll definitely need nested loop because we already learned this in yesterday's class. Because there are two variables that are varying in this output. One is the first position and the other one is second position, right? So how we will like if they're asking us to print output in this format by giving rows and columns, how we will do that? We'll do that using two loops, like nested loops. So one is for printing the rows and other is for printing the columns, right? Got it? Because if you see here, the row is same 0, 0, 0. If you see for a second row, I mean this first row, 1, 1, 1 is common. In the second row, it is 2, 2, 2 is common. So similar to that, for each row, we are having column. So the column is 0, 1, 2. So column is varying from 0 to till 0 to 2, right? And row is varying from 0 to 2. Is it? So how we will write the code for this if we want to print the output by taking rows and columns? Can anyone try it out? Can anyone try? We got to know like we definitely need two loops to for printing row and then printing column. So we write the code. So we know we need two loops. Okay, fine. And one is for printing rows and another is for printing columns, right? So our row is varying from which to which? 0 to 2. Our column is varying from 0 to 2. So the base condition should be for int I equals to 0, it is starting from 0 and it is going till 2, right? I less than or equals to 2 and it is incrementing. So I'll use I plus plus. Similar to that for columns also it is varying from 0 to 2. So I equals to 0. Sorry, I am taking a different variable here. 0 equals, so j equals to 0. J less than or equals to 2. And then it is also incrementing. So I'll use j plus plus incrementation. So it should be first we need to print all the values which are in the same row, like in that row. If it is zeroth row, we have to print zeroth row, zeroth column, zeroth row, first column, zeroth row, second column position, right? So for that case, as we are going row by row, I'm just keeping this for loop inside this loop. Is it clear why I'm using two loops? Is it clear, everyone? Why we are using the 0 to 2? I mean, the base condition is 0 to 2, and why we are using two loop? Okay, great. So what we have to do here? This, yeah, we found that we need two loops, and we created two loops with the conditions as well. So what we have to print here? We need to print row and then column, row and then column, row and then column, right? Column position actually. So my sysout will be, first we need to print the row, and then what we need to print? What we need to print? We need to print the J value. After that, it after that we need to print the space. Okay, we need to print the space, right? We need to print I value, and then we need to print the J value. After that, we need space. Why we need space? After 0, 0, we have to print the space, and then we have to print next position. And then if next position also printed, then we need to give the space, and then we need to print the next position. So that's why we are giving space here. Okay. Is it clear, everyone? Or do you anyone want a dry run? Do you want me to do the dry run, or is it clear? Okay, great. Okay, then let's take this example and let's um, execute it. Yeah, here I told you, right, maybe the rows and columns for now it is two, but it may differ in future. So it's better to take input from user. So I'm using scanner class to take the input. I'm taking rows equals to sc dot next int, and then columns equals to sc dot next int. So what we have to give me a minute. Yeah, sorry for the interruption. Yeah, what we have to give here in this position, we need to print, go through the rows first and then to the columns. Yes. So I'm passing those values here. So we'll print it now. First, we need to save it and then run it. So once we run it, expanding the console. First, we need to provide the rows, right? Four. I'm giving four rows, four columns. So see here. Okay, sorry. Okay. So here it is printing all the values, but after that it is giving new line, right? Can you see this? It is giving new line. So we don't want that. So I'll just use print here, because println means it will print the println, it will print the values and it moves the cursor to the next line. So I don't want that to be happen. So I'll use print here. But after each row, I mean, after once the row was completed, zeroth row was completed, we need to enter into new line, right? Got it? Why I'm using here new line? Why not here? Is it clear? If it is println, it will print the output and it will enter into the new line. So I don't, as we want all the, I mean, first row values in the first row itself, not, ma'am, why insert plus SOP? Because if it is a string concatenation, 1 minute, are you getting any background noise from my side? Any background noise, or is it okay? Okay, great. Um, okay, fine. Let me know if you are getting any background noise. Fine. Here, if you want to print the string and then integer value in Java, we need to use the plus. Here, I want to print I and J, and along with that, I need to print space as well. So space itself is a string because we mentioned that is in quotation marks. As it is a string, if you want to concatenate something to it, you need to use the plus in the print statement. Okay, so let's print this. I saved it and I'm printing. I'll give 4 rows, 4 columns. See here, now it's printing properly. Is it clear, everyone? Why we use print, and then in the next SOP line, we used slash and to print the new line. Because all the elements should be printed in the 0th row, and then in new line we need to go to the next row values, and then next row values, and then next row, and to the last row. Okay, okay, great. Then we completed this task. We printed the matrix 4 row by taking 4 rows and 4 columns. We printed the matrix. Okay, good. So I want to print not zeros, but instead of that, I want to print stars. For example, so, for example, so I want to print the stars instead of uh, uh, matrix wise. I mean 0, 0 in that wise. This is how it should look like. I'm taking 4 rows and 4 columns. So I want to print stars in all the rows and column position instead of 0, 0, 0, 1 and the values. In this, here we printed the row and then column position. But instead of that, I want to print stars in all these values. So what we have to change? We know that we need 2 loops, and one is for row and one other is to iterate over columns. So this condition, these 2 loops will be same, right? But in print statement, what we are going to do? We are trying to print stars, stars instead of ij values. After that, we need space. So that's why I gave space here. Okay. Is it clear? I'm saving it and then I'm running. It's simple thing. Instead of I and j values, we need to print stars. So it's printing. So it printed the matrix. For example, let's take another row and column size. You tell me what should be my row and what should be my column size. I'll give the same thing. Any row one. Okay, 10, 5, 7. Okay. I'm giving 5 rows, 7 columns. So see here, 5 rows, 7 columns. 1 minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's going from, okay, I gave less than or equals to, so it should be less than as we are going from 0. 5 rows and then 7 columns. Yes, it is giving 5 rows and then 7 columns. Okay. Yeah, Sarang, any doubts? Okay. So we printed ij values and then we printed with stars. Okay, let's make it little bit add a little bit extra thing to it. So we printed this pattern. I want to print something else. Like I want to print stars in this format. So I don't want to print all the stars in the matrix box, but I want to print in this format. How we will do? Let's first use matrix wise. I mean, I'll use the position so that you could understand in better way. 0, 0, 0, 1, it is 0, 2, 0, 3, right? What's it? Sure, Sarang. I'll definitely. In the break time also, I'll tell you. Uh, and then 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, and then 1, 3. 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3. Why I am giving position means it will be easy to understand the pattern, what we need to print. So 3, 3, right? So we are escaping these values, okay? And we are printing this. We are printing. Let's take another example. Um, so I'm giving 5 rows now. If we take multiple patterns, so we could understand it better, and we can write the program. Yeah. So 3, 4, 5, 5 rows and 5 columns. And here we are skipping this part, right? We are printing only these values. So if you see both patterns, we are printing middle elements and we are escaping middle elements and we are printing only the 0th row and the last row, and then first column and the last column, right? See here. So if you see here, this is my 0th row, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And here 0th column, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we are printing? We are printing entire 0th row, and then 4th row as well, right? Here we are printing 4th row, and then same thing, we are printing 0th column and 4th column, 0th column and 4th column. Anyway, we need to iterate over everything, but we need to skip something to print in this format. So my condition should be my nested loop should be 2 loops only, right? The loops are same. Maybe here I have to give the rows because I'm taking it from user. So I'm giving rows and columns here. So instead of printing ij values, I need to do something else. So if I'm going to the first row, if I take this, if I'm going to the first row, it has to print. If I'm going to the last row, I have to print. If I'm going to last column and first column, it has to print. So what should be my condition here? Can anyone tell? We need to use if condition. That part we got to know, because by using some condition we can escape the characters and we can print the required pattern. So Satvika, we got the exact output, right? See here the patterns. This is the first program and we got all the yeah. See here someone asked me to give 5 rows and 7 columns. It's giving 5 rows and then 7 columns. And the code is here. not this one, ma'am. 0, 0. Yeah, we got that, right? We got it. Okay. Guys, Satvika is saying like we printed instead of stars, we printed 0001 format, right? She is saying like we didn't got the expected output. So I'm just modifying the code like to show her the output. So I'm giving 5 rows, 7 columns. So it printed the output, Satvika. Can you see? This is 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 columns. Okay, great. No problem. And then what we are going to do? Yeah, for this, we need to use if condition. So what should be my statement here? If it is zeroth row, I'm just giving in normal English words here. If it is zeroth row, yeah, print it. If it is last row, yes, go ahead and print it. And if it is first column, I mean zeroth column, yes, you can print it. And if it is last column, yeah, go ahead and print it. So here, if the row is zeroth row or last row, and the column is zeroth column or last column, we need to print the stars, right? We need to print the stars. And then we need to give the space, right? So how I can give condition here? What is my row? Which variable is defining row in this for loop? Which variable? I variable is defining the row. And which variable is defining column, iterating over columns? Zth row. So I'll give if my I equals to 0, or if my I is equals to row minus 1, I mean number of rows minus 1, or if my j, we completed zeroth row and last row part. So what else? Zeroth column and last column. So if my j is equals to 0, or j equals to column minus 1, yes, go ahead and print the stars. Otherwise, do nothing. Right? Is this condition clear, everyone? We need to iterate each and every row and column, but we need to print in zeroth row and last row and zeroth column and last column values. That's it. Explain condition. Yes. Vanita, did you get what we are trying to do? This is the output we are expecting. We need to print the pattern in this manner. Like we need to skip all the values and we need to print values in first row, like zeroth row and end row, and zeroth column, end column. Is it clear, Vanita? Vanita, is it clear? Is the okay, fine. So we need to iterate over. Today there will be quiz. No quiz, Sai Bhavana. Row minus 1 means last row is not considered, ma'am. Yes. If you see Satvika here, like first I'll convey this to Vanita and then come to you, Satvika. So here we are taking rows as, for example, if we are taking rows as 5, but we are iterating over from 0 to, we are iterating over 0 to 4. 4 is nothing but row minus 1, right? Yes. So what we need to do? So first we need to print this one, and then the last row, and then first zeroth column and the last column values only. So while iterating, if it is 0, 0, yeah, print it. If it is 0, 1, print it. 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, print it. If it is first row, zeroth column, print it. If it is 1, 1, no, don't print it. Or instead of that, it will print space. It has to print space. And then if it is 1, 2, yeah, print space. And then it has to print space. And then if it contains last column. 4, right? So it has to print. So while iterating itself, I am giving the condition. If it is 0th row or 4th row or 0th column or 4th column, go ahead and print it. Otherwise, skip it. Got it, Vanita? See here, if I is iterating over rows and J is used to iterate over columns. So if row is 0 and row is end of the row, you can go ahead and print it. Or else if the J is 0th column and J is last column, then print it. Or else you have to print, what we need to print? We need to print the space. Okay, and after each row, what we need to print? We need to print new line. So I'm giving println slash n. Is it clear, everyone? Is this snippet clear? Why print, not println? Yes, if I give println here, if I give println here, Pranjali, what it will do? It will first, it will iterate over, and on 0, 0 position, it will print star. And then as it is print ln, it will print the output and it will, the cursor will come into new line. So again here it will print and again it will print. It will print in line by line format instead of this format. Okay. Okay, great. Yeah, sorry. I'm taking this snippet. Ma'am, please give the dry run for 2 iterations. Sure. I'll do the dry run quickly. So on first iteration 1, what will be my I value, Satya? I value will be 0, right? And then it will check the condition. 0 is less than, what is my row number? I'm giving row as 5, rows as 5, columns as 5. So 0 is less than 5, is it true? Yes, it is true. So what it will go? What it will do? It will go inside the for loop. So it will go inside the for loop. And here what we have? We have another for loop, which is where we have initialized j equals to 0. J is 0 and j is less than 5. Yes, I mean 0 is less than 5. Yes, 0 is less than 5. It is true. So it will come inside this for loop. So here we are giving condition. If I equals to 0, we are giving condition. If I equals to 0. What is my I value, Satya? What is my I value? Yes, 0. Is 0 equals to 0? Yes, it is true. So it won't check all this. It is OR loop, right? I mean, OR, logical OR operator. So if any of the condition is true, it will go in, it is true, it will go inside that block. Okay. So it is true. So it will print, I'll give the output here. It will print star. Okay. And then what it will do? Again, it will increment. It will go and increment J value. What is my J value now? J is 1. So is 1 less than 5? Yes, it is less than. So it is true. So it will come inside the loop. It will come inside the loop and it will check the condition. What is my I value now? What is my I value? Yes, it is still 0. So will the condition, I mean, true or false? It is true. Yeah. Why it is false? 0 is equals to 0, right? It will be true. I equal, yes, true. So what it will print? It will come inside this if condition and it will print a star here, right? Similar to that, as the in first, I mean, iterations, as the I will be 0, it will print all the stars. And once, or else I'm quickly doing it. So if you are not getting it, let me. So again here 0 equals to 0. So it will be true. So it will go till z equals to, I mean, just consider we done the iteration and it will do till 5 less than 5, right? But 5 at 5 less than 5, it will be false. So it won't run this and it will come out of this for loop and it will print the next line of code, which is nothing but println. Here it will print all the stars and as it is a print statement with slash and it will go to the new line. Here it will come. So after executing this, what it will do? It will increment I value. What will be my I value now? What will be my I value at the iteration 2? Yes, I value will be 1. So is 1 less than 5? Yes, it is true. So what it will do? It will go inside this loop. So here j equals to 0, right? In this. So, sorry, it is iteration 2. So 2.1. What is my j value now? J is 0. And is 0 less than 5? Yes, it is less than 5. So it is true. So it will go inside if condition. Here what it will check? If I equals to 0. What is my I value now? 1. Is 1 equals to 0? No, it is not true. I'll write the condition here better. Okay, is what is my I value? I value is 1. Is 1 equals to 0? No, it is not equal. Okay, as it is logical or we have something else to check. So we'll check remaining parts. Is I equals to what is rows minus 1? 5 minus 1 is 4. Is 1 equals to 4? No, it is not equal, but it is logical or operator. So we have still something to check. So again, I'll check z equals to 0. Is my j 0? Yes, j is 0. 0 equals to 0. So it is true. As this condition is true, we are using logical operator. If any of the condition is true, remaining all will be true. So it will go inside the if condition and it will print this star here. Got it, Vanita? Vanita, sorry, got it, Satya? Is it clear? Okay, fine. So let's take this and print. Yes. So I have to take the rows and columns. I'm quickly taking it from here. Okay. But here extra space will be added, but let's do that. I mean, anyway, it won't print properly, but let's, minute. Yep, it won't print properly actually, but you need to know this. So I'll print as it is, as we wrote this. Once it is not printing properly, then we'll go ahead and modify it. So what you want me to print? How many rows and columns? Can anyone give? 3, 3. Okay. 3, 3. See here, it's not printing properly. I think we use println. See, it's not printing properly if you see this, right? Why it's happened? Can anyone tell why it's happening? Any guesses? No problem if you are not getting it. So if you see the program, here after star, we are printing space directly, right? Hmm? We are printing space directly. So here First row it's printing properly and last row it's printing properly. In first column it's printing properly, but in last column we are not getting the uh, values properly. Or else I'll take 4 by 4. You could understand it better why it's happening. Or else 5. See, the last values are not getting properly. Some extra space we need to do. If you see this, it should come after one space, right? It should come after one space. Can anyone tell me why it's happening? Just uh, check this print statements only you need to check. It's okay if you're not getting. Okay, I'll tell you why it's happening. Yes, yes. Here we are giving space explicitly. Yes. So if you see this zeroth row, it's coming and yes, two spaces are needed. If we are giving two spaces, then also not. No. So if it is I equals to 0, it will print star and then space, star and space, star and space, star and space, and star and space. So once the condition is not true, it will come and it will go to the new line, right? After this, what we are doing here, we are doing, sorry, here it's going to new line and I will be 1 and it will print all the values in the column. That is also good. In the first, here, if Z is 1, Z is 0, it's printing. So after that, if Z is 1, it has to print space. Okay. And after space, it like, are you getting it or else I'll write it here. So if it is a zeroth row, it's printing star and then space, and then star and then space, star and then space, and then star. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. If it is 5, 5. Right? After this also it's printing space, and then the column size will be 0, so it will print. J is 0, so it will print. And after that J will be 1. It won't print. So, but here after this star, it's printing space, and then in else condition, what it's doing? So if J is 1, what should it has to print? In else block, it will come and it has to print space. It has to print space. So, okay, here it print the space, but here it's not printing any spaces. We need two extra spaces in else condition. Are you getting it? Why it's happening? Or do you want me to do the dry run? In star, if it is star, we are printing star with space. Okay, fine. Star space, star space, star space, star space. So here J will be 0. So star and then space. Here, if the condition is false, what we are doing? We are just in else condition, we just give one space only one space. So after that, J will be false. So again, it will go into the else block and it will print only one space. And here it will print only one space. Once this A equals to last column, here it is printing star instead of this. We need two extra spaces. Okay. Here we need to give one extra space. Did you get it why it's happening? See here. Yes, I want you to do the dry run. That's why I didn't. I mentioned in the before executing the pattern itself. Because if you are doing the dry run, you could understand the program better. You can debug. You can learn the debugging skills. You can improve your debugging skills. Any doubts here? Why we are using two spaces instead of one space? Any doubts? If you have any doubts, just mention that in the chat box. Once more, ma'am. This else condition, Vanita. Okay, I'll tell you. So, You tell me. I'll take no. Okay. So you tell me, if it is zeroth row, what should it has to print? It will go inside if loop, right? It should go inside if loop, and it has to print star with the space, because in here we give star with the space, right? It's printing properly. Okay. So for entire zeroth row, what it will print? It will print star space, star and space, right? If it is I mean, after this I equals to 0, what will be my I value? I will be 1, j will be 0, right? J will be 0. So here 1, 0. What is my if condition? In if condition, what we have wrote, if I is zeroth row, or I is last row, or j is first law, I mean zeroth column or last column, print it. But here remaining conditions are not true, but this condition is true. Yeah, that's why you could understand now. So 0, and as it is j equals to 0, it will print, and then it will print space. Okay. So here, what is my I and j value? Here j is 1. 1 and 1. Is if condition true? Is if condition true? I'll show you. If I is 1 and j is 1, is if condition true or false? You tell me, Vanita. Is 1 equals to 0? Is 1 false? Yes. Well, what it will do? It will go inside else if it is false, right? Here we just give one space. We just give one space. So what it will do? Here it will print space only, right? Got it? And then here j will be 2. Here j will be 2. So as I equals to 1, j equals to 2, the if condition will be false. So it will go inside else block and it will print only one space. After that, j will be 3, which is nothing but we gave columns as 4, rows as 4. So which is we are row column minus 1, 4 minus 1 equals to 3. So j equals to 3. What it will print? I mean, this if condition will be true, because j is equals to end column, last column. So j is 3, so it is true. So it will come inside and it will print if, I mean, it will come inside if block and it will print star here instead of here. The two spaces are remaining. So if it is else block, you need to give two extra spaces, and here it has to print, right? If it is else block, you have to give two spaces and then it has to print here. Understood, Vanita? Any doubts? Is it clear, everyone? Is it clear? Okay, great. So let's add something else to it. Let's do few more things. We printed two patterns, complete stars and then just printing a hollow kind of pattern, right? I want you to print this pattern, star. So I want you to print this type of pattern. So I'll mark it as matrix so you could understand it better. By seeing this pattern, can anyone tell me how many rows and how many columns I took? How many rows and how many columns? Great. Yes, 5 rows and 5 columns. So what I'm printing, I'll give 0. Okay, yes, this is my row and this is my column. So what we are printing? We are printing right angle triangle, right? This is right angle triangle, is it? So what we are trying to print, if it like we are escaping these characters. Here, what we need to print? We need to print spaces in this. But anyway, we need two loops, and the first loop will go iterate for rows, and second variable is to iterate over columns. Okay, fine. After iterating it, we need to add some extra condition to print only stars in these places and to print spaces in remaining spaces. Sorry, remaining values or positions. So if you observe the pattern, what is my value here? 0, 0. What is my value here? First row, zeroth column. First row, first column. Right? 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2. 3, 0, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3. 4, 0, 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 4. Can you see the pattern, guys? If you see the pattern, just see this. Only till we are stopping. Up to this we are printing, after that we are stopping. So if you see the pattern here, 0, 0, right here, and then in this position, what is my values, row and values? 1, 1. And here, what is my value? 2, 2. And here, 3, 3. And here, 4, 4. If you see the pattern, here the row and column is same. The row and column is same. Similar to the remaining ones, the row and column is same. So, which is nothing but row equals to column, right? You print it till row equals to column. Got it? For example, if I'm iterating over, I'll check, is my row equals to column? Yes, it is equal. So go ahead and print it. So remaining things, it will stop. Or else you can say like row and like column should be equals to less than or equals to. You can simply say less than or equals to row. Why? Because less than or equals to means here, if you see here, what is my row? Zeroth row. And column is 0. Is 0 is less than or equals to 0? It is not less than, but it is equal. 0 is equals to 0. So I'll print the pattern. And remaining things, the row will be 0 and column will be 1. Right? Row will be 0 and column will be 1. So is 1 less than or equals to 0? No, it is not. So I won't print it. And here also, 0th row and second column. Column is greater. It is not less than or equals to. So I won't print it here. So same thing, I won't print it here, I won't print it here. So in the second row, if I come to the first row, what is my row value now? Row is 1. And what is my column value? 0. So is 0 less than or equals to 1? Yes, it is true. Okay, then go ahead and print it. So next, the column will be 1. So 1 less than or equals to 1. It is not less than, but it is equal. So go ahead and print it. So same thing, if you see the pattern, always the column is less than or equals to row. Here 0, 0, it is equal. Here the column is 0 and column is 1 here, which is less than or equals to. Here 0, 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2. So the column is less than or equals to row, right? Did you understand the pattern? We are printing if column is less than or equals to row. That's it. Nothing else. Otherwise, we are printing space, right? So I'll do the same thing. So we need to iterate over it. And here the condition will be little bit differ, if condition. Instead of if condition, we can, here also we can say like, is a less than or equals to I. But instead of that, here itself, we can print z less than or equals to, or else here I don't want any confusions happen. So we are iterating over each and everything, and we are checking is column is less than or equals to row. If it is okay, I mean less than or equals, then print it, or else print spaces, right? Is it clear, everyone? Is it clear, this condition? Okay. We'll go ahead and create new class and we'll print it. So I took rows and columns and we are iterating it over and we are checking is our column is less than or equal to row. If it is less than, go ahead and print it or else space. So I saved it. Now print. How many rows and columns? I'm giving 5 rows and 5 columns. I think we give print ln. Yes, sorry, my bad. See here, it's printing properly. It's printing right angle triangle. Tell me any other row and column. I'll give that exact size and we'll do see the output. Any row size and column size. 9 and 9. Okay. So 9 and 9. Yes, it's giving proper output. 7. Yes, it's giving proper output, Pranjali. Yes, it's correct. Okay. Is it clear why we are using this one? Instead of this, I mean here, we'll make it little bit easier. I'll just check here itself. Is it okay if I check here? But here we need to remove the else block as we removed if condition true. Okay, is it clear? Something. Okay. Instead of writing if else block, we can simply say that in the for loop itself, the condition. So I did it, then I saved it, and then find it. So it's same thing, everyone. Instead of if else, I just put the condition in for loop itself. That's it. I made it little bit simpler. That's it. It's okay if you want to use if else, or it's okay if you want to put the condition in for loop itself. Okay. Is it clear or any doubts so far? Okay. Only I could see only one yes. What about others? Okay, fine, fine. So we printed three types of patterns, right? I mean, first we printed IJ values, and then we printed full stars, and then hollow shaped pattern, and then right angle triangle. We'll like look into more programs. Before that, let's take 10 minutes break and let's come after 11:43. Now it's 11:33. Just come at 11:43. Okay, let's quickly take the break. Yeah, but I gave 10 minutes break, so the timer is running. Like you can come at 11:44. The timer, if the timer is running, so everyone can be available once. I mean, once it's completed, everyone can understand the time the break is going on. And Sushma, okay, you asked me to provide the patterns. Okay. Do you want entire programs or just these loops itself, Sushma? Loops itself, fine. This is for, sorry. This is first program, and this is printing stars all over. No, the programs are not available. I think the patterns are available. Yeah, I provided few patterns, but not all. Is provided. This is I provided only few patterns, not all, Sushma. Yeah, Chandana and team will take care of that, Vanita. They'll share the PPT. Yeah, I shared all three programs, Sushma. And show right angle matrix, I want to take a screenshot. Yeah, this is for right angle. Okay. No, we didn't declare rows and columns, man. Columns is not needed here. I didn't manually took it, Anil. I want like each and every time whenever I'm executing, I want to give different rows and columns according to the user's requirement. So I am using scanner class to scan the input. So we need to use the next int, as in Java everything will be taken as string. So we need to convert to the int. So we'll be having next int built-in method. So we need to use that method to take the integer type of input. Is it okay? Here you could see the scanner in the line, in the ninth line. Is it clear, Anil? The time was completed. Hope everyone is back. For what type of programs we need to use object? We need to use like in Java, we can't write anything without class and object, Anil. So everything will be object only in Java. It will consider as object. So even if you declare it, like even this class, you need to use class and then class name. Otherwise, there is no Java program without declaring the class and class name. So everything in Java is class and object related only. So in all type of programs, we'll use objects. For basic provision, we can't use object name. Yeah, like, but here, if you want to take the input from the user, here you need, the scanner is inbuilt class. For that, you need to create object. Using that object, you can take the input. So here, for scanner class, I created SC variable object. This is a variable, seems like variable, but it is a object for the scanner class. I have created it and I am using it to take the input. Okay. If you don't want to use it and you want to declare values manually, like here directly, you can directly give it instead of creating this SC object. Okay. Okay, great. And someone asked about motivation, right? Are you guys feeling little bit worried about placements and all? What's all your concerns? I want to know. Then I can speak up. If you have any worries or if you're afraid of anything, maybe the coding, maybe not only the coding, but in for future or placements, let me know. We'll talk about it. We want opportunities for placements, okay? Yes, placement and jobs, okay. And hope you are all are final year graduating students, right? I think it will be completed by mostly by April. I think your final year review, project review will be by end of April. Oh, June. Okay, fine. You have enough time. Like you have now it's February, June. Like you have enough time. Don't worry. I want to say, right, I want to tell about my story. So I'm a very independent girl. Like from schooling to till what I am doing now. Like I gone through many phases in my life. I never took money from my parents, even for my clothing or my hairstyle, whatever it is. I like I did the hard work. I did many sacrifices in my life to be in this position. So like what you can ask me, like how can you completed your schooling without taking money from your parents, like that? I'll tell you. I completed my schooling in government school. It's very good. Actually, people think very low or have it, like they'll be having some low mindset if we are saying government school. But it's the best school I have studied because the faculty not only provided the concepts and teaching, um, like um, they provided the discipline. Discipline is the main important skill. So I gone through many phases and like I got best rank in the universities and colleges where I studied, and I got many scholarships, and I did some freelancing tasks to get some money. Also, through that phase, I studied in university. So, like that, I completed. But when I joined the BTech, engineering, computer science background, it's a university actually. I studied in the university, but there people usually say like the universities and I'm not sure on IITs and NITs, but in your ma'am, can you tell what freelance you do? Sure, Satvik. So in my people think like in universities they'll get placements automatically. They'll get good companies for the placement like that. But it's not the case in my university. Our director of engineering department says like we give uh, enough knowledge to our students so they can get the job easily. They can go out and they can search for the job. We don't want to take any placements into the college. This is how so happened. So I'm very enthusiastic always enthusiastic and want to do the practice and learn on this coding, and I did different projects, and during my college itself I did the internships and some data science projects as well. So as I had all these internship projects, PPTs and coding kind of things, so I put everything in the resume, and I got like I tried all the off campus placements only, I never tried for on campus. I tried off campus only. Off campus also at that time we have TCS and QT. I think in Ninja the names are Ninja at that time. I'm not sure what it is now. So for Cognition, for Infosys, TCS, for everything we have like national wide tests, right? For overall India, they'll put the national wide test, and we have to go for the exam. If exam is clear, then you have to go to the different phases in the interviews, and if you are clear, you will get the offer letter. So I attempted for different companies, and I got whatever I attempted, I got all the offers in my hand. But after that, I the COVID was happened. So we got the offer letters, but we didn't get the joining letters. So I was little bit worried. Why don't I try many more opportunities? Why I stuck up? Like I got 3 to 4 offers in my hand, so I just put silent. I kept silent. I didn't try for remaining companies. So I always, I mean, I felt that, oh, why shouldn't I try for remaining companies? If I tried for remaining, like more companies, maybe they'll give the joining letter, even though these people are not giving. So I had that feeling, but after like in 2020, after a few months itself, after COVID came in 2020, after a few months itself, I got the offer letter, sorry, joining letter, and I joined. So this is how the everything happened. So don't think like NITs, IITs, universities will get the placements and all. I know you are afraid of recessions. I know it's still happening. Even for experienced people also it's happening. So don't think about it. Always what you have to do is you if you see in overall India, each and every year, many final year engineering students are passing out. So each and everyone are in same phase. They are trying to get the job. If if those many people are in the race, you have to like compete with everyone. So you have to showcase your skills. Showcasing your skills is nothing but first, every company will ask about any one object-oriented programming skill and database as well. So, and some projects. Now, as the recession and everything was coming up, and the chat GPT and everything is coming up, they are asking us for more for projects. So, first, get familiar with the programming skills, like learn the concept. Just learn what is loop, why, where, and how we use it. Okay, that's fine. Then focus on programming. Try different programs. You have many platforms to learn. I mean, get the interview questions and all. So try for those, and try it out in your local. Try for programs. Even if you are failing and if you are stuck up on anywhere, not at all a problem, because you are still trying. And whenever you are getting issue with the current code, if you are not getting expected output, always try to do the debugging. We'll just we'll ignore it usually, but debugging is the best skill. You will understand the program better if you are debugging. Maybe you can debug all the iterations till 3 months. After that, you can easily understand by seeing the program itself. Okay, this is will happen. You can easily understand. So maintain the consistency. Like if it is Sunday, okay, I listen to Surya ma'am class. Okay, fine, I'll go ahead and chill out with my friends. Don't think in that way. Chill with your friends too. I am not saying like we need to enjoy the life as well, but we need to focus on our career as well. We need to balance both. So maintain the consistency, learn different things on each and every day. Learn concept, or try to do some different program in your local. Try it out, and it will feel some happiness. It will give confidence. If you are confident enough, then no one can break you. So may always try to learn the programming, try to do different type of programs, and maintain the consistency and do the projects. Okay. Like projects also you have in XLR also they are providing many opportunities, right? Like they have many courses like Java full stack development course, data science course, different courses they are offering. So it's the best platform because everything is in front of you. You will be having some people to give you and understand your skill set, and they can give you what exactly you want. So you can go for like Java full stack development or something else, whatever field you want, and try to learn the concept, and try to learn the uh, way of doing it, and then do the projects. Mostly do the project. So once you're doing the project, so the recruiter or the company persons will got to understand like, okay, this person, even though he's a fresher, he has some experience. He did some personal projects, so we can take him into our organization. So you should be in a like you should be the best person to take into that organization. So they always think that projects and the programming. So always maintain the consistency and do the programs, and yeah, try to do the projects as well. That's my suggestion. Yeah. And without depending on your parents, how you come? Yes, I got free seat in one of the university, so I completed university is right. So we just had building fund that at that time. I got many scholarship. I applied for American scholarships, and I applied for Indian some Sri Krishna Devaraya scholarship and all. So I got many scholarships, and I did. Even though I got many scholarships, it's not sufficient to complete. I mean, fulfill everything. uh like I need some extra things, right? Like for dressing, for buying the books and other things. So I did some freelancing tasks, I mean freelancing works. So how that is how I completed. So where there is a will, there is a way. So always maintain the consistency, never feel down. Like always stay confident. That's it. And what freelance? I just want to know. Freelance, you can search it, Satvika, if you are good at projects and I mean doing the coding and projects. So you'll get good opportunities. For how to prepare for TCS and QT. Yeah, I think at that time, I'm not sure how the pattern goes now. At that time, we'll be having one like exam. If we clear that, we will be having some interview rounds. So even though it's TCS, CTS or whatever it is, try to do I mean do the coding and try for different programs. So I like in last week we solved many programs, right? Armstrong, reversing a number, palindrome. So all these are I mean, asked in the sorry, in those exams only. So whatever we are covering in this CRT program, will all these maybe mostly they'll ask these type of questions only. So focus on this classes, and be attentive, and learn different programs. Try. I mean, even though I'm saying different programs, try different. I mean, other remaining programs from your side too. So yeah, that is how. If you're confident on programming and coding, then it will be good. Like, but you should not only coding, you should be good at aptitude, reasoning, and verbal ability too. So I think the XLR is covering all those uh, concepts. So be attentive and try to learn each and everything, and try for. I mean, in Google also you will be having TCS papers, previous papers. So you can go ahead and try those. I mean, practice those. I mean, yeah, ma'am, how to become a pro? Uh, a pro in coding, no one will be pro in coding. You have to do practice. Even though you are practicing, there are more frameworks and more concepts will be left. So uh, always practice. Practice is the main key, Satya. So if you are practicing day by day, so you will get good knowledge on coding. You can understand it. problem statement and pattern, and you can write the coding right away. Okay. Yep. Hope don't think about the recession and placements. You will get good opportunities if you are good at programming and doing projects. Okay. Yes, dry run will be very helpful. Dry run is nothing but debugging the code. Yeah. So let's get into the coding then. Hope you guys feel little bit relaxed or comfortable now. I know thing will be go on like the placements and everything will goes in your mind, but don't think much, but think about your career. Don't think about precision, think about your career. Career is nothing but you have to learn something new day on each day. So learn and practice, maintain the consistency. Definitely we will be getting to good place. Okay. Yep. Let's get into the session then. So we discussed about matrix type of programs and we printed few patterns, right? So in that we printed this right angle type of pattern, right? So here I want to print instead of this, I want to print one here, one, two here, one, two, three here, one, two, three, one, two, three, four here. How can I do this? Come to this session, guys. Don't think about anything. Come to the session and be attentive, maintain the consistency. So, yeah, we printed the pattern, but now I want to print numbers instead of stars. How can we do that? Any try? Star, we give ing value. Yeah, in star, if we give ing values, like it will be 0, 0, right? Not 1. I mean, sorry, if row is 1, if I'll take a row as 1 now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or we can start with 0 as well if you want. I'll take this. So if you want, I'll take from 0, 0, 0, sorry, 0, 1, 1, yep, 0, 1, 2. Hey, what we printed? 1 minute. 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Yep. So 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I want to print in this manner. So how can I print? How can I print? Previously we printed stars, but in stars we need, instead of stars, in the stars place we need to some numbers. How to print? The loop and everything will be same. We used to, I mean, we have to use two for loops, and one is for rows and another is for columns. But in printing, instead of stars, we need to print numbers. Okay. So if you see this, what is my row here? 0, 1, 2, 3. What is my column here? 0, 1, 2, 3. What it is printing? 0. Okay. What it is printing? 0. Here, 1. If you see this, it's nothing but column value, right? It's nothing but column value. If you see this is all zeros, all ones, all twos, and all threes. So I have to print column instead of star, right? Is it clear, everyone? Why what we need to print? Instead of star, we need to print column. Yes. So let's quickly do that program as well. It's simple, so I'll copy from previous program and I'll just modify the printout statement. So here instead of star, what we need to print? We need to print J value, right? Need to print J value and then we need to print space as well. Okay, is it clear why we are printing J? Okay, let's save it and run it. So I'm giving 5 rows. So, yep. See here 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it clear? But just simple thing. Instead of star, we are printing column value. That's it. Okay. So what if I want to print? What if I want to print instead of column? I need to print. Okay. 0. Oh yeah. 0, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. What I want to print in this format? What it anyway, you need to print right angle triangle only. If you see the pattern, you need to print the right angle. Right angle is nothing but the rows, sorry, the column should be less than or equals to row. That condition will be same. But instead of stars, we need to print numbers. And those numbers are nothing but this. This is how the pattern looks like. So here the row is 0, 1, 2, 3. The column is 0, 1, 2, 3. So tell me, previously we printed 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, right? Now we are printing 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. What we are printing? If you clearly observe, yes, we are printing the row value. We are printing row value. If you see here, the row is 0, so we are printing it. Here we are printing, I mean, row, first row value, second row value, third row value. Yes. We'll cover that as well, Gayatri. Don't worry. So I'm taking, so I'll take another class. So I'm copying the same logic because the logic and everything is same, but instead of J value, I need to print I value here. So I saved it and I'm running it. I'm giving 6 rows now. So it's printing. See here 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3. It's printing the row value, right? It's printing right angle triangle, but instead of stars, it's printing row value. Great. Is it clear, everyone? Is it clear? Yeah, great. So let's take another. For right angle triangle itself, instead of rows and zeros, I want to print in this format. 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. And yep, this is on. Okay, 0, 1, 0, 1. Yep, this is how it looks like. Don't worry if you're not getting the logic, we'll discuss it in this now itself. Right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take it from 1 instead of 0. So, can you tell me how to print this? This position is 1, 1. This position is 2, 1, 2, 2, and 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 4. So, what's happening? Where 1 is printing, where 0 is printing? Can you observe the pattern? Try it out. Like, just give it a try. If even if it's wrong, I'm okay with it. Okay, Satvika, good thing I equals to Z. Here, okay, I is equals to Z. We'll print 1. But here, I is not equals to Z, but anyway we are printing. Here also I is not equals to Z, we are printing. Great. Yes, yes, yes. Good, good. So, what we have here, we are, if you check the pattern, here the position is 1, 1. If you add it 1 plus 1, what is the output? 2, right? And I'll take ones first, and here the one is printing 2. 2 plus 2, 4. And here 3. 3 plus 3, 6. 4 plus 4, 8. And what else? This position also. 3 plus 1, 4. And here 4 plus 2, 6. Right? In these positions, we are printing 1. We are printing 1. And the other positions are 2 plus 1, 3. And 3 plus 2, 5. And 4 plus 1 also 5. 4 plus 3, 7. In these positions, what we are printing? We are printing 0. So if you observe the pattern, 3, 5, 5, 7, all these are odd numbers, right? Odd numbers. And if you see this 2, 4, 6, 8, 4, 6, these are even numbers. So if you see the pattern, if you observe the pattern, if for the even numbers we are printing 1, for odd numbers we are printing 0, right? So the loops will be same. We'll use two loops, and we'll print in right angle triangle. That means the column should be less than or equal to row only. But here we'll add extra condition, right? We'll check if it is even or not. If the position is even, we'll print 1. If the position is odd, we'll print 0. That's it. Got it? Did you get it, everyone? Here, everything is same, right? Everything will be same. I'll start it from 1. If it is 0, the thing will be different. Like if it is odd, it should print 0 like that. So what should be my condition? I'll check whether the zero, that that row column position is even or not. So I have to check, is I plus j modulus 2, is it even or not? I'm checking in this way. Is I plus j is even or not? If it is even, what should I have to print? What should I have to print? I have to print 1. I'll print 1. If it is odd, what should it has to print? It has to print 0 in else block. Right? Is it clear why we are using extra condition I plus j is modulus 2 is equals to 0? Why we are checking this condition and everything? Is it clear, everyone? Okay, let's execute this program as well. Copy it from this. So I'm adding this condition. Okay, if it is even, it has to print 1 and it has to print space as well. So if it is 0, it has to print, odd, if it has to print 0 and space. I saved it and I'm running it. I'm giving 6 arrows. So it's printing properly. 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. So see in the position. Okay, wait, see. Sure. See, same, right? what we are trying to print, it's printed the same. Okay. Is it clear, everyone? Is this condition? Okay, great. Then let's add something else. Let's try for any other pattern, not this one. I want to print for the right angle triangle itself, I'm saying. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want to print in this format. This is my row. This is my column. So how can we print this? We know by seeing this pattern itself, we could understand we need to print right angle triangle pattern. So the loops will be same. The condition will be column should be less than or equals to row. Fine. But we need to add some extra condition or something else to print this. So how can we print this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If there are 4 rows, it should be 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alekya, if it is j plus 1, here, okay, 0, 0 plus 1, okay, 1, it will print 1. But what about this? If here also j is 0, right? If it is same 0, I mean 0 plus 1, it will print 1. Here 1, it will print 2. It shouldn't be that case. Any try? Okay, let me tell you. Here, if I take j or row, it won't be matter because if I add 0 plus 1 here, if it is row wise, if I add 1 here, I mean like 1 plus 1, 2, but here again 1 plus 1 will be 2, right? So instead of that, what I'll do is I'll take some extra variable, some count or something. I'll take extra variable and I'll increment it. That's it. I'll take any some extra, not only counter, you can take any value, you can take variable, you can say. You can take k, you can take, I mean, you can say your name, you can take any variable and I'll initially I'll initialize it with 1 and I'll keep on incrementing it whenever it is printing. Okay, is it clear? For example, the condition will be same. We need to print right angle triangle. So the condition should be the column should be less than or equals to rows. Fine. So here instead of stars, we need to print some value. And that value should keep on incrementing. So I'll do count plus plus here. Or else here I don't want to print after that. Okay. And at starting, what I'll do, I'll initialize my variables. Whatever I took, I'll initialize that variable with 1 because it has to start from 1, not with 0. Right? Did you get it, everyone? Did you get it? Is it clear? We are just taking extra variable and we keep on iterating it. So that here if it is printing 1, again it will be incremented to, I mean from 1 to 2. So it will print. Once it is printing, again it has to print. So it will go on increment to 3. So for that case, I took extra variable. Okay. Is it clear? I want more responses. Okay, great. Okay, fine. We'll execute that. program as well. We'll quickly create program. Here instead of 1 and 0, what we need to print? We need to take extra variable and we have to print it. From 1, so I'm initializing it with 1. And after 1, it should be this. I'm giving 5. So it's printing 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's the count is incrementing the count variable. Explain it once again. Sure, Harshit. So, did you understand how to print right angle triangle with stars? Did you understand the condition? The column should be less than or equals to row. Is that clear, Harshit? Okay, fine. So now what we are trying to do is we are instead of stars, we are printing some numbers. The numbers are going in this way 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Like it should, it should print in right angle manner, but it should start with 1 and it has to increment till that right angle, right? So what I'm doing is I'm taking some extra value here, some variable, extra variable, and I'm initializing that with 1. Okay. So if it is printing, I keep on incrementing it, doing post increment like plus plus. So first time it will print. Let me go and show you the code. Is my code visible to you? So here I took extra way. This condition is same. It's for iterating over rows and columns and print right angle manner. That's it. So I'm taking extra variable. I named it as count and I'm initializing it with 1 because it has to iterate from 1, right? So I'm printing that value here. I'm printing that value. After printing 1, what it has to do? It shouldn't print 1. It should print 2, right? It should print 2 and then it has to increment and then it has to increment. In this manner, it has to go. So I'm just doing post increment count plus plus. So if it for first time, it will print 1. And the second time, what as we are incrementing, the count will be 2. So second time it will go and print 2. And again it will increment to 3 and it will print 3. So in this manner, the count will be increment and it will print. Is it clear, Harshit? Why we are taking extra variable and printing it? Is it clear? Okay, no problem. So after this, we printed this one as well. So let's think different. So we completed right angle triangle. So I want to print reverse right angle triangle in this manner. It is also a right angle triangle, but in reverse order. So how can we achieve this? How can we do this? Analyze it, analyze the pattern. So what's we are printing, right? Anyway, we are printing right angle triangle only, but in reverse order. Yeah, previously we printed in this manner, right? In the first row we printed this one box. So in this manner we printed, right? Now we are trying to print reverse of it. This one. So can you tell me, like here, what we are doing? If it is zeroth row, we are printing only one star. In the second row, we are printing two stars. In the third row, we are printing three stars. But if it is reverse right angle triangle, we are printing uh, four stars here. Mm, Yeah, we are printing four stars, three, five stars, sorry. My bad. Five stars for training up to how many days? Now? Three, two, one. Right? We are printing in the zeroth row, we are printing five stars. In the next row, we are printing 4, 3, 2, 1. If you observe the pattern, the value is decrementing from 5 to 1, right? Previously, the stars values are incremented in this manner in the right angle triangle. 1, 2, two stars and then 3 stars. The value is incrementing. 1, 2, 3. Here the value is decrementing while we are iterating row by row. So what we need to do? What we have to check? So in the first row, I want to print all the stars. In the second, I mean, in the zeroth row, I want to print all the row or stars. In the first row, I want to print only four stars, which is nothing but 5 minus 1, right? 5 minus 1. This is nothing but 5 minus 2. This is nothing but 5 minus 3. This is nothing but 5 minus 4, right? Did you understand it? 4 is nothing but 5 minus 1. 3 is nothing but 5 minus 2, right? So what we have to do is, so here in previous step, what we wrote, we are iterating from 0 to till that row number, right? But here I iterated it in this manner because previously the stars are incrementing. In the first row, I printed one star. In the second row, I printed two stars, and then the next row I printed three stars. As the stars are incrementing, I iterated from 0 to till that row. But here the star count is decrementing. Here 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the star count is decrementing from 5 to 1. So what I have to do? I want to take, so for the iteration here, I want to make it as n minus 1 and it should be greater than or equals to 0 and I have to decrement it, right? This for loop, is it clear? Is this for loop clear, everyone? Is this for loop? Why we are initializing with row minus 1 to 0, right? Because, sorry, to 0, because the stars are decrementing. The stars are decrementing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in this manner. So the 5 is nothing but the number of rows, which is nothing but we have mentioned, I want to mention it as the rows or 5. As it is starting from 0, the last row will be fourth row. So which is nothing but 5 minus 1. So n minus 1. So till which we have to iterate? Till that value, that row is greater than or equals to 0. And then as it is decrementing, I used decrement operator, right? And then here I have to print stars and then space. Is this condition clear, everyone? Is this condition clear? Only this part, only this for loop will be differ because the stars are decrementing in row manner from 5, I mean last row value to zeroth row value. So that's why we are using this, I mean modified this for loop, the outer for loop. Okay, then if it is clear, then we go ahead and print it. I don't want count value here. So, and in this position, what we need to print? We need to print star. And here the condition is rows minus 1 and it should be greater than or equals to 0 and I minus minus. Okay. So I saved it and I'm printing, running it. So I'll give 6. So it's printing reverse manner. I mean reverse right angle triangle. Is this clear, everyone? Is this clear? We just observe the pattern. We observed the pattern and we found that, okay, in the first row, we are printing 5 stars. In the next row, we are printing 4 stars. So the number of stars are decrementing. From which number to which number? From fifth 5 number, which is nothing but rows number 2 till that 0. Actually, it's 1. Yep. We can, yeah, as we are going for 0, it's no. I mean, we initialize that with n minus 1 and we are iterating over 0. Okay. Did you get it? Did you understand the for loop? The outer for loop. That is the only part deferred in this case. Any doubts or is it clear? Yeah, I didn't get any response. If it is clear, give yes or else no. We'll repeat it. Okay, if it is clear, good. Show the code, sure. I'll share you all these patterns now. I already shared 3 patterns, so I'll share these patterns now itself. Hmm. I'll just keep uh, this for loop logic itself. Please for print functions next class methods and yep, next class Vanita. So I'm sharing all the snippets. Excuse. Okay, I shared all the patterns so far we discussed. So let's dive into next. Yep. In the next pattern, mm, yep. So I want to print the right angle triangle only, but what is it? Right, r yep, right side right angle triangle. We say. Okay. Okay. Before that, we can anything else? Is this clear? I mean, this. So we'll print in this format. Yeah, I want to print in this format. It's a right angle triangle only, but for the right angle triangle, I'm not printing directly. I'm printing some spaces. After that, the stars are coming. Observe the pattern. So it's a right angle triangle, so we need to use two loops, right? So if you see this, we are printing the right angle triangle only, but we are printing spaces before the stars. We are printing spaces, stars. Give me a minute. Sorry for the interruption. So we are printing spaces and then stars. So any idea how to print? Any idea? So if in previously we observed the pattern, right? If the stars were incrementing. Now let's consider the spaces because the spaces are coming first. So how many spaces are coming? Here the four spaces are coming. Taking three loops. Not needed three. Yep. Yeah, we have to take three loops. Yep. So one is for rows, another is for spaces, and other is for column. Yep, good. So here we'll count the spaces now. Previously we counted the stars. Now we have to count the spaces because those are coming first. So here four spaces. Here how many spaces? Three. Here two, one, zero space. Right? So if you see the pattern, the spaces are decrementing. Right? 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The spaces are decrementing. So I'll take loop, row from n minus 1 to 0. Okay, I'll take this loop. And here I'll check whether my Z is now, don't think Z is column here or else I'll, it's fine, anything would be fine. Don't think Z is column here. We can take other variable too. For now, I'll just take this one. And request y. J plus plus. Okay. So here, or else I'll take, if you are confusing, you can take any other variable too. So I'll take this. First, I'll print the spaces. Previously, what we are printing? We are printing star and then space. But now what we have to do? First, we need to print space and then star. So for that case, I'll print, I'll write something and I'll print space here. Okay. And then I'll print the star. So if you see here, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, right? Which is nothing but only one star it has to print. 0, yep. N minus I. If I give n minus I, stars. 1 second, guys. So it has to iterate and then it will print k less than or equals to here n minus n. Yep, it's correct. We have to iterate on. And then I need to print the space. Here I'll print I less than or equals to 0, 0, 0. Sorry, here we need to print n minus I with spaces. Yep. Okay, sorry, my bad. So we'll iterate from, we are concentrating on spaces instead of stars here. So first we'll iterate from n minus 1 to 0. Is it clear so far? This loop? Not seeing the chart. Is this clear? The outer loop? And then we need to print the spaces. For printing the spaces, what I'll do is, if you see here, the value is decrementing. So what I'll do, I'll just keep it as n minus I. I'll iterate it over till j equals to 0, j less than or equals to n minus I. At first, what is my n value? My n value will be 5. N is nothing but rows. 5. 5 minus, what is my I value? Sorry, here 0. Oh, sorry, I'm a little bit confused. One. Let me take no. I'll iterate I with n minus 1 to greater than or equals to 0. Good. So then I have to print the spaces. So how many spaces I need to print? Here, 3 spaces and then 2 spaces. 1 space, 0 space, which is nothing but, or should I'm initializing k variable here to avoid the confusion, because we are so far we iterated I for row and j for column. So I'm taking extra variable k for printing the spaces. So my k should be less than or equals to I, right? And I'll initialize 0 here, k with 0. So on first iteration, what it will do, I will be, n is 4, so I will be 3, right? And what is my k value? K is initialized with 3. 0 is less than or equals to 3. Yes, it is less than. It will print space. It will print space. I'll highlight here. And then k will be incremented. Is 1 less than or equals to 3? Yes, it is true. So it will print. And then 2 less than or equals to 3? Yes, it will print. See, here it should be 3 only. Sorry, less than only, not. So if it is 3, after that it will increment 3. So is 3 less than 3? No, it won't print. So after that we'll loop, after this loop, we'll write extra loop for printing star. Okay, is it clear? So my bad if I'm confusing you. I'll write in notepad. So here we need to use 2 loops. Okay, one is for rows. So what is my row value? My row value should be n minus 1 till I greater than or equals to 0. And then I minus 1, minus minus. Is it clear so far? Is this clear? It is for iterating over rows only. That's it. And then here I'll use one loop for printing spaces. For printing spaces. And then I'll take extra, after spaces, what we need to print? We need to print stars. So I'll take extra loop and for printing stars. Okay. Is it clear? Is this clear, everyone? Can you respond so that I could understand? Okay, fine. So here for spaces, what we are printing in the first row, how many spaces are there? The total row size is 4, but we are printing only 3 spaces, which is nothing but n minus I. I mean, which is nothing but it is less than I, right? Sorry. So here, what should I am taking extra variable to avoid the confusion. So it should start with 0 and it should go till I value, not less than or equals to. Here it is not k less than or equals to, it is less than, because in the first row it has to print 3 spaces and then star. For only 3 spaces, I mean, we have 4 rows. For only 3 spaces, we have to print, I mean, for the first 3 position, we need to print the spaces. For the case, I am just giving this condition. K is less than I. If it is less than, I'll print spaces. Space is nothing but this one. Okay, is it clear, everyone, this condition? If you want, I'll do the dry run as well. Do you want me to do the dry run? Give me the response, folks. Do you want me to give the dry run? Oh, yeah. Okay, yes. Good. Oh, no need of a dry run. Good. So, first we printed the spaces. After that, what we need to do? We need to print the stars. So, what will be my output? Sorry, what should be my for loop? Can anyone tell what should be my for loop? If you see the pattern in the first row, it's printing only one star. First row, only one star. Space, this is for spaces. Spaces are 3, 2, 1, 0. And stars, it's printing 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Yeah. Is it clear? The stars are incrementing, which is nothing but what is this value? 5 minus I. 5 minus I. Initially, our I will be n minus 1, right? Or n should be n minus 1. So what is my I value? 5 minus 4, which is nothing but 1. It will print 1. After that, I should be decrement as we are using decrement operator. So what will be my I value? I will be 4. After that, 5 minus, sorry, I will be 4. Yep. 5 minus 4 here 1. After that, I will be 3. 5 minus 3, it will be 2. And after that, I will be decremented. So 5 minus 2, 3. 5 minus 4, 1. Did you get it? Which is nothing but n minus I. Rows minus I. Did you understand the pattern? We completed the spaces. Now we are focusing on stars. In the first row, we have to print only one star. In the second row, it has to print 2 stars. And then 3, 4. So it's incrementing. So if as we are our outer loop is starting with the greater value to lesser value, we are writing n minus I here, the pattern. Because the first time, if you want, I'll do the dry run. Let me do the dry run first so that you could understand better. On the iteration 1, what will be my I value? For example, let's take row size as 5. What will be my I value now? Tell me. N minus 1, which is, rows minus 1. I will be 4, right? So is my 4 greater than or equals to 0? Yes, it is true. So it will go inside this loop. So here what we are writing? So we wrote for loop. Here the k will be 0 and k will be 0 and then k is less than I. 0 is less than 4. Yes, it is less than. So it has to come inside this and it has to print this space. So we'll write the output here. So it printed the space. Okay, it printed the space and then, okay, yep. And then k will be incremented as it is executed these statements. It will go and increment k value. What will be my k value now? K will be 1. So, and then is 1 less than 4? Yes, it is true. So what it has to print? It will print extra another space. And for I'm just giving underscore to understand the spaces. Um, so after that, k will be incremented to from 1 to 2. K will be 2. Is 2 less than 4? Yes, it is true. So it will go ahead and print another space. And then k will be 3. Is 3 less than 4? Yes, it is less than 4. So it will go ahead and print one more space here. And what in the next iteration, what will be my k value? K will be 4. And is 4 less than 4? No, 4 is not less than 4. It is equal. So it is not true. It is false. So it won't print anything and it will comes out of this for loop. This for loop. Okay. Here we have another for loop. So here what we are doing? Here I'll give 2.1. So here j is initialized with 0. Okay. What is, I mean, if we are checking the condition, j is less than n minus I or not. So what is j is 0 is less than, n is nothing but rows, right? So rows minus I. What is my rows minus I value? 5 minus 4, right? Which is nothing but 5. So our j value and our I value is 4. So rows minus I, 5 minus 4, 1. So is 0 is less than 1? Yes, it is less than. So true. So it will come inside and it will print star. So here it will print the star. After that, j will be incremented to 1. J equals to 1. Is 1 less than 1? No, it is not less than. It is equal. So it will be false. So it will comes out of this loop. So after coming out of this loop, what should we have to print? We have to go to the new line and we have to do the iteration. So for that case, here we'll print new line. Okay, is it clear? So it will comes out of that loop and it will execute and it will go to the next line. So in the iteration 2, what will be my I value? In the iteration 2, what will be my I value? I'm not seeing any responses. Are you confused or what? What will be my I value? Yes, I will be 3. So is 3 greater than or equals to 0? Yes, it is true. So what it will do? It will go inside this loop. So here we have initialized k and we are checking something. So k will be initialized with 0. Is k less than I, which is nothing but is 0 is less than 3? Yes, it is less than 3. So it will be true. So it will go and print space here, right? After that, the k will be incremented. So what will be my k value now? K will be 1. Is 1 less than 3? Yes, it is less than. True. So it will print one more space here. Same thing. It will go till. So here k will be 2. 2 is less than 3. So it will print another space. Sorry. Yeah, space here. After that, what will be my k value? My k value will be 3. Is 3 less than 3? No, 3 is not less than 3, so it will be false. It will comes out of this k loop, this loop, and it will execute this loop. So here, what is my j value? J value will be initialized with j value will be initialized with 0. And then j is less than n minus I. N minus I means 5 minus, what is our I value? 3. So 5 minus 3, which is nothing but 2. So our j value is 0. Is 0 less than 2? Yes, it is true. So it will come and print star here. And then the j value will be incremented. What is my j value? J value will be 1. And then is j less than n minus I? Yes, it is true. So it will go ahead and print one more star here. And then what will be my j value? J value will be 2. Is 2 less than 2? No, it is not less than. It is equal. So it will be false. It will comes out of this loop, this for loop. And then it will print new line. So it will come and print new line. So the iterations, the remaining iterations will be the next two spaces will come and then stars. And in the next iteration, one space will come and remaining all are stars. And in the last iteration, all will be stars. Did you understand, everyone? Did this dry run help to you? Okay, fine. So let's execute this. We see it's same like previous patterns only. The little bit extra thing is we have to print spaces first and then stars. For spaces, we understood the pattern, so it should be less than I only. Like if it is the zeroth row, it should go. For example, if the row size is 4, we have to print 3 spaces. So that's why we are giving less than symbol, less than I, we are checking, and then we are printing space. And again, after printing spaces, we need to print the stars. So we took extra for loop and we are iterating over like rows minus I, and then we are printing the stars. That's it. So we'll go ahead and create new class and we'll print it. And then modifying the code with our code. Here we need to print stars. Okay, I saved it and I'm running. So I'll give 5. I give println again. 'Cause my bad, something println. Okay. Again, here we give println instead of print. One minute after stars. Okay, it's giving extra space here. Okay, did you observe why it's happening? After stars, it's giving extra space, right? Here, the spaces are coming properly, but after these stars, the extra spaces are coming up. I think here the spaces are not. Okay, we need to do spaces. Yep, we need to give 2 spaces. We did that mistake for the first program as well. Did you remember? The same thing. If you are giving only 1 space, because here we are giving star with space. So here you have to give extra space here as well. Is it clear? If you are removing space here, you can remove space here as well. So there will be no space in between stars, if it's so. See here, there is no space in between stars. So if you are giving extra space here, you have to give extra space here as well. Is it clear? Is this program clear or any doubts? Okay, I'm copying this code as well. Okay, yeah, I pasted there. So in today's session, we discussed about, yesterday we discussed about nested loop. What is its use? 1 minute. Sorry. Yeah. In yesterday class, we discussed about nested loops. What is the definition of nested loop? Where we use it, and what is the syntax of each loop, and what are all its types, right? So in today's class, in yesterday class also we discussed a few basic programs, but in today's class we mostly discuss all the patterns with stars and patterns with numbers. That's it. So is it clear? Is today's session is clear or any confusion or any doubts? Okay. We have 97 participants, but I hardly see only 10 responses. Okay. Okay, fine. Great. So I asked you about task, right? I gave one task of Fibonacci series. So if you are stuck on that code, we'll discuss in the next class. The time is already completed, so I don't want to take extra time. Okay, great. Then we'll meet in next week and we'll discuss more concepts. I think next week we discuss more about methods and classes and everything, objects and the important whoops concepts. So be attentive in that class. We'll meet in that class. Yep. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Chandana.
Yeah, thank you, Suri. Guys, I'm sharing attendance link. Please fill your attendance. Okay. Meanwhile, any questions? Let me know. And somebody is asking about yesterday's logical test, right? So it happened yesterday. Now we are not giving any links. Okay. Any more questions? So there is no more questions. We'll wind up this session then. So if no questions means. Okay, tomorrow we are going to start verbal ability. Tomorrow it's a grand launch on verbal ability. So please inform your friends also to join. Okay, fine. We'll conclude the session. Yeah, we'll meet on tomorrow. Tomorrow class timings is 6:30 to 9 o'clock. Okay. Yeah, bye. Good night. Bye.